Okay. I am kind of excited to play this again. I had a new burst of inspiration to play Mardu again. So, uh, the Overlord stuff was pretty cool. That was the last time I played it. And this time I'm going back to some cards that I think are going to be very good. Uh, Two of which I haven't tested, but I've tried in other decks. So, let's first talk main deck. If I were to put, I want to say like the cards that I think are like kind of cemented in my mind, it would probably be everything on this left side. 22 lands. I think you want at least one surveil. For Plow, for Cabal Therapy, for Thoughtseize, I really believe in. Now, mind you, you could trade in some discard for some proactive one drops like Ocelot if you want to go in that direction. But as far as Mardu goes, I think if you're in Mardu, you're going Cabal Therapy. And if you're going Cabal Therapy, I think you're going to wind up being more control. Hey, wake up, Jeff. Good to see you. The Four Swords, 8 discard, which is quite a lot. Then we have the Ajani at 4. I think that's like one of the best things about this deck is Cabal Therapy and Ajani. That's kind of what you want to be doing. Staff of the Storyteller is a card that I think is really good in this deck. Obviously, Ajani, it triggers with itself, it triggers with Bowmaster, and it also triggers with Fable. I think Fable is a card that I've been low on and high on, and I think I've kind of settled on it likely being correct at about 3. I'll say 2 is quite possible. I think that it's better than Tursa in my experience in this list. I've liked Fable more because of the synergy of making a token with this, adding mana to your mana pool, which is important in this deck. And I think the synergy between Fable and Broadside when Fable flips is really good, as well as the synergy of creating a treasure and throwing the treasure. Just having a game piece on the board to use with Broadside, I think is very good. Okay, so let's just assume that these 2 lands do belong in there, and they're not better off being something else. There's other options, but I've liked them. A card that I was high on when I played it was Voice of Victory. Now, Voice of Victory does kind of give you a good amount of a good amount of game against just like normal blue decks, right? Like, they want to Force a Will, they want to Daze, but you have this card. The problem is I'm typically pretty good against those decks. Not always, but I think, like, if you were to ask me, it's like turn 1 combo is like my nemesis, and then after that, it's like weird decks like Painter and like stuff that like I think is like good, but I'm not prepared for it. The Voice of Victory does do pretty well. The other thing that it does is it creates, so not only does it stop your opponent from like, countering you, it incentivizes them to play their Bowmaster at an unusual time. And we are at a point, I believe, where Bowmaster is probably like a third of the format at this point again, like it was before like the Frog got printed or MH3 or something like that. So I think the Bowmaster Wars, when you play your Voice of Victory, and they've been keeping up their Bowmaster to try to dissuade you from using your Staff of the Storyteller. I know this is extremely niche, but it's coming up more than you would think. I want to activate Staff to draw a card. They want to punish that with Bowmaster, and we're both looking at each other. I know it, you know it, they know it, we all know it. you play Voice of Victory, and they have to do something. They either Bowmaster your Bowmaster at that point, or they Bowmaster your face, or whatever, you know? So I think this is a card that's forces the opponent to do a thing. So I've liked it in addition to the synergies with Staff of the Storyteller, in addition to the synergies with the flip side of a Johnny, where you get these red creatures, which make a Johnny's ability much better. In addition to Broadside, you have another object that you could throw. In addition to maybe even Fable copying this thing and really getting like a brutal attack with like a bunch of weird 1/1s. The thing that I don't like about this card, and it's not this card's fault, is that it makes me want to play 4 of them and like gosh, what's that card called? Like Goblin Bombardment, because you're getting these 2 bodies and it makes me as a deck builder want to maximize that. Another thing I don't love about this card is it is 3 toughness, not 4. So it can die to bolt. The cool thing is the turn you play it and it touches, they can't bolt it. They have to, if they were leaving bolt up or something like that, they have to wait till their turn to bolt it. They also can't bolt it in combat. You could kind of more confidently play your game when this card is out, because much like, say, Teferi as an example, you know your opponent can't do anything on your turn. All right, enough about that. Yeah, I get it, Mark. Okay. Prismatic Ending. I have not liked this card in this deck. But most of the time when I was playing Prismatic Ending, I was playing Saga in this deck. So this was like a 26 land deck. This was like before the Surveil lands came out. I was playing Saga, and I found that I had colorless lands too often. And it didn't kill the One Ring, which is annoying for sure. And it was like the most fair card ever, in the sense that like Swords to Plowshares brings you up on tempo most of the time. Most of the time you're plowing a card that costs more than 1 mana. Wall Therapy is tempo negative because you're paying a mana for a permanent they haven't cast yet. Thoughtseize the same way. Saito, yeah. And that's kind of what I've been thinking. I've been losing to not only like things like, say, just like early creatures, opposing Baroglyphs, but like things that are non-creature permanents. A flipped Tamiel, as an example. A weird permanent out of Painter, you know, like Grindstone, you know, Bridge from Below, if they're playing, not Bridge from Below, Ensnaring Bridge. It's just like a nice catch-all. It's, at this point, a slot that I think I want. I wouldn't call this a staple in the deck. I might call it, as Saito-san said, a must in this format, in the sense of like, in this time with the cards that we're seeing, this is a very attractive option. So I haven't had this in the deck in what feels like 6 months to a year or something. I couldn't tell you. I was disappointed because it couldn't kill the One Ring. But I also feel like it is good. Yeah. Oh, you don't have Sheltered for it. Okay. Next is Baroglyph. For a long time, people were telling me to play this card. And I think one of the weird things about this card, not only is it very powerful, Death Touch, Lifelink, and it's Tarmogoyf, you know. The way that your opponent will block to dissuade this card from connecting to possibly net you a creature card is really high. There are 15 creatures in this deck, which is one of the reasons why I didn't want to run it. You've got to imagine that your statistical probability of hitting with this card is not terrible at 15 creatures. Mind you, it's really 14 because this creature is in play, and who knows what the game state is with the creatures that you've played that game, etc., the ones you've sideboarded out, blah, blah, blah. But I think the opponent is very likely to just allow this card to not they're just willing to block this card with valuable shit. Also, lifelink, really fucking good. So I've been impressed with this card. I don't want to run it. I'm running it. Sideboard. I am taking advice. I'm kind of following what Lomer Boy used to like to do for the most part, and not completely. But I'm also kind of taking my own advice in the sense of I don't know what is good yet. So I know Pyroblast is good. I'm running it at 4. No, 2 and 2. I like Surgical in my discard deck. Because of the ability that you see their hand and their graveyard's out, and you could get extra value by, like, you know, with that information. I like it. Also, I like it against things like Doomsday. Of the options to beat Oops All spells, it's one of the weaker ones because they run like Force of Negation, but it's still pretty good. Wear Tear is a card that I am running because I think it's really good against the Saga decks. It's been awkward though because it's kind of hard to have 3 mana out. This is the card I think I'm least confident about. Disruptor Flute is one that has been getting a lot of praise from other players that I like. I've found it to be good. I've found it to be challenging to play. And I also, it's not a card that I'm very familiar with, so I kind of forget that it has flash and that kind of stupid thing. Containment Priest, I'll say it's like my 5th slot to beat Reanimator. I usually like to have 5 to 6 cards to beat a deck that's a combo deck. In addition, Green Sun Zenith decks, Cephalid Breakfast, and the only thing is there is a weird counter synergy with Fable. Chapter 3, you're not casting it, so you kind of want to consider boarding out Fables if you're going to bring in Containment Priest. Agent is like the ability that I want, but 3 mana is a lot of fucking mana. It's like what I want to stop, which is like Green Sun Zenith, Doomsday, Entomb, but like 3 mana is a lot, so I think I like 1. Plague Engineer is one of the few ways that I deal with a Sylvan Safekeeper at this point. In addition, I think there's some other good stuff that this can do. Obviously, if you see Mother of Runes decks, it's excellent. Noble Hierarchs, that kind of stuff. I think this is like just a meta call card. Toxic Deluge is one that I've really liked in the past. I think my creature count might be a little bit too high for this. Also, since I've been running Thoughtseize in the main deck, my life total does get low. I'm not too high on this, but I do like it. It's very situationally good, so I'm running 1. And I've been seeing more Beans, and I think 4th is probably one of the best options to run against that deck. Yes, they run Bowmaster typically, so it's not quite as good, which is really risky. But I do think that like this is one of those cards that I just think is really powerful. It's an X spell, and when you're going to the top decks, I think it's really good. Okay, ramble. That's that. All right, let's play the league here. Okay. I might not have water. Whatever. Look at it later. I usually take a break after like round 2, round 3. Grab one. Get some music going. I been playing a little bit less. I'm expecting with the new rule change that the Saga decks will be a little bit better. I'm dumb enough to try this. Why am I keeping this? I am on the play. I am going to lead Wasteland. Yeah. Blood Moon did take a pretty big hit. I think also Blood Moon, I want to say Painter, I think it's the best beneficiary because they can now play Saga and Moon and not worry quite as much. It's like, you know, the downside is if you play Moon when Saga's at chapter 2, it's very dangerous. The upside is Painter has less counter synergy. It's like a chalice. All right, if they have Force of Will, we lose. Pretty much what this is going to boil down to. All right. Did that in the event that they had a stifle. Best draw here is probably tap to add black. Prismatic Ending would be good. Right. I think it's just wondering how good a Johnny actually is here. It's definitely play swamp. They kept the top card. I think this is the move. Spell Pierce, okay. The fact that they kept the top card's pretty fucking scary. Think I want that? Oh, wow. Torpor Orb stops that. That's actually really annoying. Oh, shit. Yo, we're in trouble. Good name Force so well, right? Maybe I named Spell Pierce now? That's what kills me. I already played one, though. Force so well. Well, okay. It's like I was getting a little too cute, huh? Oh, gosh. You gotta be kidding me. Prismatic Ending is the card that I want. Do I get a... I don't think I'm gonna get the thing. Oh, I do. Okay. We're in some trouble. You have one turn to draw out of this. Prismatic Ending, Plow are my only two. I know about Force of Will. This looks like a Murktide. Oh, stock up. That's pretty good. Okay. Baroglyph might buy me a turn. I didn't do the math. Good though. I think. That ain't it. Alright. See what they drew. Honor. Okay. This will be good. Matic ending's probably decent. Broadside, probably don't want very much. Voice of Victory is kind of like a Gaddock almost. The Torpor Orb is pretty annoying here. It hurts the Ajani. Hurts the Bowmaster too. Kind of think I want this. Feels really weird boarding out the Bowmaster. Try this. I feel a little bit more confident that I know what it is. I feel a little bit less confident because I think I lose to a lot of decks like this where I'm kind of built to beat the top decks. And I think like some of the other like good decks, but they're not like the most played decks. I don't really have a good game plan for. Did keep a bit of a sus hand last time. Yeah, let's try it. This is sus, but I am sus. That's what I tell myself. I think the tear might be very good here. Especially if they lead Saga. Lead on the basic here. Probably would go turn 2 voice. We'll see. It has the highest upside. Wonder, yep. Here's this. Where is this? Hey. What? That's a good question. That is a good question. Could go for a tear. Oh, or a wear, rather. I think I'm going to hold, though. I think I go voice. I think voice has the highest upside. I could go staff. I draw a land here. I do. Voice will make them force a will if they have it. And we have plow. So, do this shit. I might just plow that card, though. I don't know if that was the best option. Torpor Orb? Oh, prismatic. Okay. Cool. Mr. Land Drop. Like this. I fetch a plateau. Let's fetch a plateau and draw a card. All right. Not bad. Kind of get to be cringe for a while. Maybe I'm feeling a little too safe because I drew Pyroblast. I think this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I think I'm just supposed to be expanding here. Just cool. Put a therapy in the board. And we'll just hold here. I'd say like that's probably for next turn. Put it in the grave. I said board. This is going to be a turn where they do something. I don't know what it is yet, but we have 5 cards in our hand. Yeah. That was a card that I was thinking of naming. One of the few ways they have to even the score here. All right. What's going on in there, big bro? attack for 2. And I think it's... I don't know what the hell we name here. I have a Cabal Therapy in the graveyard. I don't think I care too much for Sword, Spell Pierce, Ending, Dress Down. Do I care about any of these cards? And like Spell Pierce, probably the most. But I could wait a turn. I think I named Spell Pierce. I think... It feels weird, but I think it's the move. And then that way, I know they don't have counter magic. And if they want to play a Phyrexian Dreadnought this turn, I can shatter the Torpor Orb. Well, then they play Dress Down. Magic ending on that. Okay. They have Plow. So okay, I'm going to do nothing here. I am going to shatter their Torpor Orb. I'll just pyro that. We're ahead on cards here. And I'm going to hopefully bait them into... This feels like it's going to be a game-winning play. Well, so that's shattered. Now my Ajani should be good to go here. Don't think I want to waste. Just stay the course here. Pretty sure they're gonna the Ajani here. And then my Goyf should be good. Next turn. All right. Grinding them down. I survived the scary part. I have 0 in hand or 1 in hand, and I'm feeling pretty safe. Go second main phase here. Thought about Wasteland and Opposition Agent, but I could just play the big stinky Goyf here. It could have like a prismatic ending or something. Just don't even want to give them a chance to draw Goyf or whatever. Draw the 12/12 and then play it. That is free real estate right there. Not the droid that I was looking for. This is gonna be many. I think to deal more damage, I'll waste now. I don't think there's an... Actually, there is an enchantment in their graveyard, so that doesn't do anything. Doesn't matter. Say yes. We whiff completely. Okay, well. It's a bummer, but whatever. It's a good time to whiff when you're winning with a 6/7. I think they're going to be on a no outer here. Okay. They do get to see more of my deck. Kind of considering fourth here. I don't think I'm going to. The main reason for fourth would be I think they have like a very small number of creatures. On the play, I think it might have been worth considering. On the draw, I am nervous about it. I think I try to get lucky here. This has a lot of what I need to get to the mid to late game. Just have to probably get a little bit lucky and play tight. I've not seen Wasteland out of them, I don't think. We'll go Scrub. Phyrexian Dreadnaught. Well, we whiff. I was going to name Torpor Orb. Now I have some pretty big regrets. Bit of a bummer here. Surprised. Oh, I guess I should have just named Brainstorm, right? That feels pretty bad. Almost always name Brainstorm, huh? They have the Brainstorm. They have Dress Down. I think we could possibly beat a Construct here. And they may not even go for the Construct. They're going to Brainstorm. Yep. Yeah, I am not. I'm thinking Painter's going to be the big one. No, the reason I did this was I knew they were going to brainstorm, which is one of the reasons why you almost always should name brainstorm Cabal Therapy. And I wanted to tap my mana. It feels weird, but I think this is the right move. It's either they're either hiding Dress Down. Which one would they keep in their hand? Dress Down or Stock Up? That's the question. They would not keep Torpor Orb in their hand. Yeah, they brainstorm though. So this was their hand plus one other card. Then they brainstorm. So two of these cards are on top of their library if they're paying attention. One of them is not. I'm thinking Stock Up is the likely one. You think name Dreadnaught? They didn't reveal Dreadnaught though. And they're gonna get Dreadnaught off Saga. Dreadnaught would be like, I want to say, the psychic name. You know, like if you're like, yo, I'm like super confident, but like that would kill you. I mean, I'm thinking of naming one of these three, and I think it's Stock Up. I think that's trying to be too psychic. It is what kills me. I think I can still beat it. Which one do you think they would tuck? I want to name one of these three, I'm pretty sure. So, name Dress Down if you want one of those three. Okay. Well, they kept the Torpor Orb and the Dress Down. So, pretty good. They're a little flooded. Gosh. Double waste is so tempting here. I think it's one waste. I think we do this. We're going to name Torpor Orb here. Hit the Saga. They're a little flooded here, so I think I'm fine with that. Then I think we should be good to draw some cards here. I don't think I'm too nervous about this 3-3. Oh, but this is going to be a stock up, so I could pyro that. I think that's the move. All right, plateau here. Granham, great to see you. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I guess they wanted to make the construct. That seemed a little greedy to me, you know. But that would be my guess if I were in their head. Yeah, go on. We do have the football therapy. I think I would sooner draw a card here. We'll name S words. Words, 2 plowshares. I guess no reason to draw yet. Probably will though. Could fake up Pyroblast. Ooh, they draw another stock up. Okay. That's a good one. Good draw. I'm guessing this is going to be play Lava Spur Boots. Yeah, I have no info. Ooh. I think we just block. I think we're going to get ahead here. I mean, yeah, Johnny and Cabal is so nice. Okay. Not great. Get a bad land here, I think. Maybe I should just get another scrub though, or another plat. Play bad land, huh? No, we'll get a scrub. Oops. Play this. Um, Draw. Figures. Like a cat. Okay. And I think we're likely gonna pull away here. Wow. Wow, Luigi. Yeah, those were some good times, man. Yep. I think we've likely pulled too far ahead with the staff. Yes. I hope so, buddy. So yeah, that we're going to have to plow. But we'll draw now. All right, I think I'm playing this well. I believe in miracles. Thinking this will do it, right? Draw. Draw. Get another plateau. Do this. Probably safer to keep these two up, to be honest, but I think I'm just... Maybe I'm being arrogant here. I don't know. Yeah, it probably was safer to keep the plow up in the red. I don't need to be doing all this fancy shit, but losing a little bit of my focus here. I also want to close this game out with less than 7 minutes on the clock. There's pedal. Wonder why they did that. The hell costs that much mana? Ooh, all right. Yeah, that's a big regret. Okay. I think I still win. I don't know why the Ajani didn't die, though. I thought the Ajani would have died. No? Does this not hit walkers? Oh, no, yeah, not walkers. Okay. All right. So a shadowy backstreet. Got a cat beat down here. All right. I don't even think I play the Plague Engineer yet. I don't think there's any value to it. Yeah, that would have been super good. I thought it did. Really happy it doesn't. Counter, target, blue spell. They could have that blue spell. I think I've reached escape velocity. Gotcha. I still have a shadowy backstreet. I don't think I milled it. I think we keep it. It's one of the few ways that I lose, right? This would be 9. Let's do it. Would be 6 now. One of those, they just didn't go fast enough, and this deck just can grind extremely well. I do have lethal. and flip it with the Cabal Therapy and plus. Cool. GG's. That was an interesting match. Definitely overplayed my hand into Wrath of the Skies. I didn't have the imagination to know what they could have to kill me. 2 staffs on board with like 2 or 3 tokens was plenty. I think there's knowing things and there's recalling things, and they are not always the same thing. Like, I know of the card, but like, I'm not able to recall what those cards are that might kill me at that time. Sometimes it be that way. Sometimes you know things. Big Cuddle Monster, good to see you. So probably after the weekend, I'm guessing I'm gonna get an email from Daybreak Games, and I'll have some more codes. I don't think they sent one today. I've been like checking my email today. So at that point, I'll have additional codes to give out. Do the marbles game for it. That's been one of the more fun things for me that I've like implemented on the stream. Sometimes, but only sometimes. Other times, nothing. It's the way it be. I did know something I didn't. I got a pretty good weekend ahead of me. There was a tornado warning where I live, which was pretty crazy. I'm not in a particularly like common area for that. So that was like pretty wild. Nothing happened that I'm aware of. Maybe some trees and stuff, but my internet's been good. Power line's been good. It was at like 7 and it's like 9 right now. I have some I think one of those things you get like that warning and like your phone just starts making this crazy noise. And back when I was a kid, your television would do that or your radio would do that. And it's kind of cool the way like that same noise, like you just know what that means. It doesn't happen often. And rarely has it ever impacted my life. But yeah. There it is. Yes. That's what it is. They're going to activate me. This hand has potential. Certainly loses 2 things. One of the things that I've been struggling with is like I think on the blind this is fine, but like if I knew this was tempo, I think I probably ought to mull. Especially like blue-red tempo. Thoughtseize is probably not gonna get you there. Uh-oh. Alright, well. GG. GG. I want to see the deck. I don't really make any choices based off that. But I do like seeing it and pretending like, aha, yes. Pact of Negation. Doing my due diligence. Memory's Journey is in this deck. Thassa's Oracle, yep. And where is their 4-mana card? Where is... Oh, there's their Cabal Therapy. Then they get Poxwalker. I see. So I will scoop on that. I think they're gonna have to Cabal themselves. They target them, but I don't want them seeing my hand. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume that they built their deck correctly and that they have the 4-mana card and not reveal my hand. Yo, Eb. We're vibing. We have 2 Cabal Therapies anyway, so. That was you that messaged me on Discord about the songs, right? Because it was like, somebody messaged me like Eb Dizzy or something, and I was just like, that's gotta be Eb. I didn't ask, but I assumed. I made an ass out of you and me. Ha 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 ha. Shut the hell up, Mark. Yeah, you're right. My bad. Not you. Oh, somebody else did. Eb Deezy or something. We're listening to the stream, and I just thought it was you. I was like, all right, yeah. Glad you like hip hop too. For that request. What would I do if I were me? Oh, cool. I'm glad to hear that. By broadside? I think I have a very good shot at winning game 2. I think I have a bad shot at winning game 3. I'm going to name Dark Ritual. I'd say this is like a 50%. This is a 50% chance I hit something like that. Because like I think Dark Ritual is like the most likely card, you know? Gotcha after this. You know what? I should have said the Scrubland. They're not going to waste me. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't think it's going to matter, but... Dak Ritual? Yeah. Yo, sometimes I'm good at game. Sometimes. Not always, though. I agree. It was pretty brave. I draw a Thoughtseize. Okay. But not for me. I love that. They take Plague Engineer. I guess that likely stops the win con. We cast in Cabal Therapy, Yugs. Undercity is one word. Informer. You snitch. I don't really know if that's what it means in this context, but we will assume. Next turn. That's kind of scary. They kept it in hand and didn't even cast it? Oh, well, that's why. All right. Maybe the second of Johnny was better. Any thought on name? Or at least because even if they draw Dark Rich, you can STP it. Yo, good to see you. Which one is that? There's Undercity Informer. I'm trying to think of what you mean by Frey, Elise. Good to see you. I definitely respect your opinion. The green card. Okay. Yeah. That's probably a good idea. I will say my knowledge of this deck is pretty limited. It worked. I think game 3, I'll probably slow down a little bit and be like, all right, if given the opportunity, if I don't just fucking die, which I think is probably pretty likely to just die, right? Then I think I go for that. I might have to just mold a surgical. Well, never mind. Okay. This is pretty good. Yeah, I don't know what like I know Fel the Profane is like one of the ones that they run. I probably should just slow it down a little bit. Sometimes you just gotta slow her down a little bit, you know? Don't go so fast. So we lose if they have like, you know, kill you plus counter or kill you plus discard. But, you know, days do go by and still I dream of you. Days when I couldn't live my life without you. Without you. Probably best to just do this. Oh, sorry. All right. I was about to just start jamming to my boomer music here, but I will play Waluigi for you. By the way, it's boomer music. I want to fake like I could do something. I don't think I just want to parlor here. Hey, pasta. Don't think I want that. We want more like discard, surgical, that kind of bullshit. Yeah, a little late is true. They didn't see my hand. I'll just play this. I'll keep the containment priest up. I think I ought to cast it. Yes. Oh, it is looping. Thank you. All right. Excellent. All right. Now we're going to be like a Mitsubishi Eclipse commercial. Pretty sure that was a Mitsubishi Eclipse commercial. I'm fucking old. Holy shit. uh, my friend had one. I don't know what he really thought. It was cool. You know, that was like the, I'll say like the popular affordable car, you know? I don't think they still make it. I think I'm playing pretty decent right now. Definitely with Cabal Therapy, when you're hitting, you're like, I'm the smartest fucking guy ever. And then when you're not hitting, you're like, oh, unlucky, unlucky, you know? But like, it's probably a mix of both, you know? Yeah, I've seen a lot of them with like a spoiler and stuff like that. Yeah, this one doesn't look quite as cool. The spider, I think. I don't remember, but yeah, this song I remember that commercial. Remember Dave Chappelle even like did a skit on it back when we'd gather around the television as a family. You know. Oh, cool opponent. They don't usually talk to me. I like them. They play a lot of cool decks. Um, maybe they're just not too interested in talking, or maybe they whatever, But I do like them. Like they've like played like a lot of cool decks, which is something I admire. And it's typically like if I had to guess, it's what they brew. Yeah, I gotta force the interaction. Yeah, be my friend, asshole. But like prismatic ending into swamp into Thoughtseize. Like I don't think that's. I could not have seen that coming. Or prismatic vista rather. This could just be like Entomb win target game. But they didn't take the plow, they took the Ajani. Thoughtseize again. All right. Yeah. Um, I think it just depends on why you're talking. If you're talking to say cool deck, good game, I like that. If you're telling them, you know, I would have won if you lost, that's probably not so cool. If I would have, and if you didn't, then I would have. I don't think people enjoy that so much. Yeah, it's exactly. It's like what the 90s thought the future was going to be, you know? I think that was a smart scoop. Might just run the agent. Prismatic Vista. Jeez. Like my read is like probably reanimate. Am I crazy if I like bring in all these like cards for that? Try it. I don't think I want voice too much. Yeah. I'm really just shooting in the dark here. Yeah, it was a cool card. Like I'd say like it was I'm not really like a car guy, but like that was one of the more iconic ones. Like a lot of my friends wanted that. Mustangs, you know. And later like I think like Maximo was like kind of the like, this is like, not like very wealthy. Roby thought season. Oh man. What do you want to hear, man? I like you, Grandman. You piece of shit. Sorry. No, I like you, buddy. Piece of shit. Don't hassle the Hoff. All right, bro, be fetching. Bro, be safe. Right. So we go, how much do you like your safekeeper? They go, not very much. I go, understandable. Have a nice day. The wastes have been really good, even though this person's playing Prismatic Vista, and they often play a lot of basics, in my experience. Yugs is playing a Stalker here. Okay. All right. Song request. Then we will listen to that other banger. All right. I don't think this is too scary. I think I like Fable. And I will not be blocking, so I will be attacking. I might discard Staff and Waste. We shall see. Depends on what happens, but that's where I'm leaning right now. Another one. I'm feeling it. Oh, Chain of Smog. Cool. I think we just take the combo. It's so loud. I think go at Isidar. Go for the throat on this. It's a good quote. Yes, we'll do this. Cool. I should win this game. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. guess we'll go prismatic ending here. Just kind of too far ahead here, I think. Hard to imagine losing from this vantage point. Thanks for that request. Cool. Let's just keep going. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was not what I expected. I feel like maybe that got play on here once. Oh, Arkin's still playing. Is Arkin like streaming much earlier? I hope he's still streaming. I haven't. I know from Czech, that's got to be like 8 hours, 7 hours, something like that ahead. So, oh, dude's doing well. I haven't spoken to him in a while. Okay, so that would be 6 hours ahead. Okay. Hey, Cosmic. If you could put the link in chat, awesome. If not, tell me what it is, and I'll cue it for you. Link makes my life a little easier, but I'd say like the only time where that's like, yeah, there it is. Cool. Oh yeah, yeah. Yes. Were you the person that said that you used to work an overnight shift, and at like 2 or 3 in the morning, somebody would play this song while you're like stocking the shelf? I thought that was a funny story. It's like the perfect song, Hocus Pocus, like losing your mind at 3 in the morning kind of song. Like, what am I doing myself? But that is a good story. You were there for the story, okay? Yeah. There's so many stories that I think are just like kind of interesting to me. Like, I think you've been alive for, I don't know, like 15 plus years. You probably have some pretty cool stories, you know? Something's happened to you that you were like unusual, that you could just be like, here's something, you know? And I think the older you are, the more likely that you have those bizarre stories, you know? Certain things jog your memory too. Just some bizarre time, some weird experience. Get that song going. Focus, Hocus Pocus, the banger. So far, been liking the changes that I've made. It's really been the core of the deck that I think has carried me, though. Cabal Therapy and that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's. I think that's my first mulligan tonight. Probably broadside. Actually, I really don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say broadside. That's like my late game card. Maybe I'm undervaluing it. Gonna get a plateau most likely here. Basic Mountain's a little scary these days. Be a Blood Moon deck. I think I still do this. Yeah. So Blood Moon would be really brutal here. I think I could still theoretically win, but it's probably the big fear. Fable's good too. Okay. Let's attack first. We get 2 tokens here. They just take it. Okay. That's actually probably smart. I could Bowmaster. We're going to name the One Ring, I think. I guessed wrong. Welder, Cauldron, Pyro. Okay. How good is Wasteland here? I don't even know if I do it. Yeah, I'd have to plow. I kind of don't think I bother. I think I Bowmaster in their upkeep, target the Shaman. To dissuade them from rummaging. Yeah, a little bit. They do not rummage. I think that's a good win for me here. If they attack, we have the army. We just do this now. My own Fable. I think this is the move, and I'm just gonna keep the waste in hand. I don't know. That would be weird too to like cheat in an event that like you can't prize it, you know? They drew Fury. That's a pretty big punish. Oh, did I fuck this up? Yes, I did. Ah, shit. That was bad. God, that was really bad. I was supposed to attack. I would add a treasure. And oh. I think I lose now. Maybe they'll play around a second Bowmaster. They do. Okay. Well. Might be some sort of like infinite combo I'm not aware of here. I'll get the basic here. All right. All right, that's a good one. Probably kill the Kiki Jiki. No? Double strike is really good. Okay. Okay, so I can. Go here. Do I need to kill this? Maybe not. All right. I don't know. So if I kill it, they just put it back into play. Okay. I don't think it matters then. Just jump it. Painter, yup. There it is. Mustard's so good. It's a great condiment. Okay. I gotta focus here, so I'm worried about going to time. Okay. We do have lethal. Double bowmaster. Whew. Fucking close. This is a pretty tough matchup, typically. I don't think I played it poorly, but I don't think I played it too well either. I don't think Voice of Victory is going to be too good. I hope so. Just the way, yeah. Yeah, Mott's good enough, you know? Gosh. Deluge might be a little risky. Agent is maybe worth it. Yeah. Good way to look at it. Kind of thinking about the two Thoughtseize, maybe. Gosh. Kind of thinking about Toxic. Maybe I try Toxic. Yeah. All right. I don't even know. That is a good quote. Would probably cheat or something. Don't blood moon me, bro. Don't blood moon me, step bro. All right. I sure hope step bro doesn't blood moon me. Yeah, that's a good one. All right. I'll plow the damn thing. Another one. Think I want that. I didn't even know a deck could play two. All right, shut up, Bob. Okay. No attack. Go. Um, I mean, I could just die. Doesn't seem like a good idea, though. Yeah, let's not just die. Bargleif was like I could just die, you know. Fuck it. You only live twice. Okay. I don't think they are going to needle my Bloodstained Mire. Uh-oh. All right. Well, that is a thing. Let's do this. I don't want that. Grindstone or reflection. I think I'll go reflection. Right? And then now we could play the big boy. I don't have any more surveils, but they may not know that. Okay. Bolt and bolt. All right. Not a bad idea. It's a lot of damage. Yeah, holy shit, right? Got a 5? Holy fucking shit. Yeah, we're probably dead. Put it on the construct. X is currently 0, and then we pay 1 for the ward. Yes. We're in big trubs. Right, we go to 2. Best draw here is like staff, probably. Just because that gets me a card. Full face. A braid. Okay. Not sure that was the right one to choose. Unless they have some sort of draw card, right? Right, Staff of the Storyteller, best top deck. No. Okay. It was okay. We're gonna keep land in hand here. There it is. Oh, that's my song, not your song. Your song. Yo, Harry. Yeah, it's gonna get better. Oh, we go to GG. All right. Maybe toxic. Hmm. I am nervous. I don't know what that means. Um. All right. It's a little weak. Maybe this was a mole. It's just hard to when you're on the play when you can like get a basic. It's pretty good. The problem is this doesn't get planes, and I actually have not seen moon out of them yet. Mode 6. Bowmaster is also Dees. All right, Blood Moon is not real. It can't hurt you. Blood Moon's not real. It can't hurt you. I do just straight up lose to a fucking Blood Moon here, though. If they don't have that, I got a good shot. Saga, okay. Wait, let's draw first. That's a good one. Not really, actually. Yeah, okay. Next song request. I think it's second staff here. I really don't know. I have to make a choice. That's something I do know. Keeping a Bowmaster is like not worth it, I don't think. Because then I'm going to be forced to use it to spend my mana. That's Mangork. Wear Tear is my best draw here. Oh. Oh, hit that. That was a tough call, though. I don't know if it was correct. Saga. Okay. Glad you're chiming in there, Mats. Appreciate you, buddy. Another one. I'll take the 1. And then at the end of turn, I'll play Bowmaster. Yeah, not too sure why they're bolting the Bowmaster though. It does seem kind of loose to me. Goif. Leg Engineer. Pretty good. Wondering if I should have played a Johnny. I think I probably should have. Yeah, I probably should have played a Johnny. Fury? Let's see how they do this. If they're smart. Okay, so they fuck that up a little bit. It's not gonna matter, I don't think. So we'll keep the army here. Okay. That actually might have been worse. Yeah, you're right. I think it was worse. Getting a little too fancy, huh? Okay. Let's do this. Ugh. I played the land? You gotta be kidding me. I think I lose because of that. That was really bad. I wonder what land I played. Was it that scrub land? Yeah, 3-0 so far, but I think I'm dead. It was the scrub. Oh, come on, dude. Ugh. It was because what if I draw a discard? But I think if I would have tapped differently, like if I would have went red into the Ajani, I could have been okay. So the Bowmaster trick was a mistake. I wouldn't have had to have played the Ajani that turn. I should have slowed it down just a little bit more. I kind of forgot about a mass. I don't think I like Prismatic Ending. I think I've convinced myself at this point. It's got to be instant speed in this deck. I would like another 1-drop that's not discard or plow, though, in that slot. It could just be like Fatal Push, maybe. Maybe Bolt. Oh, that one's gonna haunt me. If I would have tapped Plateau and Plateau, I think I could have won that game. And if I would have not done the Bowmaster trick, to try to get a slightly bigger bow. But that prismatic ending really just rotted in my hand. Maybe I'll eventually watch this replay. Maybe I'm playing bad. So going against Terrain, I don't see him online. Last time he was playing some like Karn deck that I played him. Is that a PO? Yeah. Could just pass. That'd be cool. TO. The One Ring, turn 1. Yo, okay, that's not that big a deal. Could be the Mox Opal. Yeah. I'm gonna say the Grim Monolith. The downside to that, come to think of it though, is the Mox Opal. Oh, they don't play the Mox Opal. Okay. All right. Through another monolith? I don't think this Wasteland is going to help me. I think I gotta work towards playing my bad cards. Okay. Solemn Request. I don't know if I love that play, bro. Did I do anything? Kicking them goys to the curb? Okay, let's do it. Oh. Yeah, we get to do a lot of things here, huh? So we play this. We attack. We go wham, bam. We thank the ma'am, right? Then we throw bro. And we say yes. And then we go wham. And then we go wham. And we go, you got to kill me next turn, probably, I think, probably, I think. I think, probably, I think. Cool. All right. Damn commercial. Thanks for that song request. Okay. That painter one's gonna bother me. Would have been cool to get a trophy. Just not quite there today. Hanky panky. Pikewife, right? Combat isn't going to be too big here. Maybe against the sagas, but I think probably not as relevant. Target Barbie for each Barbie type among Barbies. Yeah. One of my buddies who was in chat, I kind of miss him. He said he went to school with, I think, like the lead, like the female lead singer's sister or something. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. Norway. He's a cool dude. I haven't seen him in a long time. But kind of one of those like small world things. You know what was really cool? So I have some friends, end of story. No. I have my buddies Romario and Mike and Geodude Jared. I had that Legacy Mercenaries format, and I wanted some help building a storm deck. And both of them were like, that sounds cool. And I'm like, yeah, like what would Storm look like if Probe were legal or like maybe Breach were legal and like that kind of thing. And we're just kind of going back and forth about what's talking. I'm like, if you guys could help me with a list, I'd appreciate it. No help. Just radio fucking silence, you know? And then some dude from Germany just reaches out on my YouTube and is just like, hey, that sounds interesting. Sends me a list. Yeah, Probe is one of the more busted cards for sure, especially in like a combo deck. Like it's so cool the way the internet is. Like, you know, just somebody from another place. I never would otherwise meet them. You know, I'm an American. They just go like, Yeah, that sounds cool. And my own friends are like, yeah, I don't know. Sounds cool. Yeah, the format was had a lot of potential, I think. This is like this song, this chorus here. No, that's an instant. I didn't even know that. Oh my god, that's such a blowout. I thought it was a sorcery. We just lose now. Jeez. All right. Oh my god. Like draw four or something? One, two, three, four. Yeah, draw four. Jeez. Oh shit. I was supposed to grab plateau too. What am I doing? I guess the life total's low enough and I'm never gonna win a card advantage thing, so I'm just gonna go with this. God. Life total's pretty low here. Yeah, exactly. Don't need to be coy, Roy. Don't need to discuss much. Flip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. I will counter the spell if it is blue. Okay. No. I mean, they're going to take like 100, right? I don't know how they win, but maybe they can. Probably starts with the one ring, I would assume. Another one? Be funny. Okay. All right. Please clap. We had a local Tom weights bar. Oh, cool. This weekend. This started as a counter movement to a marathon thing named after a Norwegian runner. Gret weights. Somehow this has made it to a German newspaper, but they got some details wrong. It said Tom was actually playing The two Germans showed up to the event thinking he was, oh man. What is this? You know? Poor German dudes. That's pretty funny. Oh shit. Go again. I think Bro is cooked if he doesn't have the One Ring. But if he had the One Ring, wouldn't he just cast it? Storm count is 17, so like, I don't know. Some sort of like card that the one that mills. Yeah, I don't even think Ring is good. It could pause the game, you know? Yeah. Bro be thinking. 5 mana, 2 cards. Yeah. But like if that was the option, that's what would happen, you know? Would be cool if it's just making me suffer. That'd be funny. Fucking hate stress, daddy. Fucking turd human being. Alright, there we go. Uh yeah. That was League. Um that could have been a trophy. I think had I played a little tighter. Perhaps my opponents could have played better though. Um I besides these 6 cards, these 54 cards played very well. Pre-war. Okay, so pre-war is 3 mana? It's pre-hyphen war? Yeah. Yeah, 3 mana. Here it is. We'll do the full art one. 3 or less and 2+2. It's not bad. Equip is a lot. I don't know if Sam Wise might be better. Like in this deck. It's really like if you look at the curve, right? 6/3 drops is kind of heavy. I 8 is kind of the limit, I think. I don't think any 4 drops are worth it. Yeah. Fable's a decent card. Like these cards performed okay. I Prismatic Ending like wasn't bad, but like meeting your opponent at parallel is just not great. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like just like the most fair card ever. Like they spend a mana and then you spend a mana and then you had to tap out at sorcery speed. So it's like I don't really think this is the answer to Painter for me. I don't know even in theory what I could run, you know? Like you could go back to Saga tech, but I didn't love it the last time I ran it. The Surveil lands were okay. You know, I could even see doing without them. It's really these 8 that I think is like pick your poison for like how you like the deck, but I think these 54, maybe 2 bad lands is too many. Maybe you should play 3 bloodstained and 2 mesa or something. Like, you want 1 surveil? Okay. This control's not bad. Let me read that again. I don't have any 1-drop creatures. So, destroy all non-land permanents with mana cost value 1 or less. Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, Saga might be the version of Sagas. What was I playing last time? Might actually be down here. I think it was something like this. Yeah, I was playing like Bobble last time I was trying this. Pretty far back. I do have this built. Somewhere. Mardu Bobside Saga. It's probably this. Yeah. So this would be 4 sagas, 1 shadowy backstreet, and 3 tech. Grave Hate, Needle, and Shadow. So this is another option. I think I do enjoy this. The Snuff Out hasn't aged well, unfortunately, because of Barrogoyf. I could see trying this again. I played this recently at my friend Jeremy's house, and I didn't love the Saga Tech, but I don't remember what I was playing against. The Duretti is like a really cool card in this version because it's very close to a Grist. Big Saga's too slow. It may be. Yeah, this is, I'd say, pick your poison here. Another thing I could do, and I don't want to, is I could shake it fast, and then I could watch myself, and then I could shake it fast, and then I could show you what I'm trying to do. That was the radio version. All right. Culligan's Command. And these lyrics are nuts. I came into the club with my dick in my hand. All right. Anyway, Culligan's Command is decent. Yeah, Harry, reach out to me. Is it oops? Plus size? Stop. Okay. Oh. Yo, bro, what is this? I got a Eater of Days? What the fuck? Eater Days comes into play. Skip 2 turns? Dude, I don't know if I'm trying to skip 2 turns, Harry. What the fuck? When fucking crazy 4 mana 8/8 comes into play, each opponent searches his or her library for a creature and puts it into play. Jesus Christ. I don't think I want my opponent doing that, bro. There's got to be something in here that says, oh, Sundial. Sundial the Infinite. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. And then Torpor. All right. That's kind of cool. All right. Yeah, bro. I don't know if I want them doing that, man. I'll do it for you, man. I'll play this for you. This is what you want me to do, man. Is this something that you net decked, or is this something that you just like brought to the lab and said, I want to play this? That's even more. Yeah. I'll I will I'll do it. If you're serious and you're like, "Hey, I'm going to be around to watch it," or whatever, I'll fucking do it. I'll probably upload it to YouTube. If it's like an '05, I don't like uploading that to YouTube. But yeah, if you're going to be available one day, you know, I'll coordinate with you. That way you could see it or watch the VOD or whatever. The fact that it's like something you thought of makes it that much more like, oh, you got him to play it too. Cool. Yeah, I'll do that, man. If it was like something that you stole from like something I stole, but you like saw from somebody else, I'd be like a little bit like, eh. But like you thought of it, yeah. Let's do it. My buddy from Germany thought of this deck. And this was that Legacy Mercenaries format that I was talking about, where you get 4 unbans. So it plays like Beseech with Underworld Breach. And I just don't know if I'm gonna try it. I'm hoping to play with Mapson soon, and Force of Phil reached out and said he wanted to try to coordinate something. I think he might have MTGO. Might have a creator account as well. I'd have to like connect with him. There's other people that I think express some interest too. I'd be worried that I'd pilot this deck. So the 4 cards that are in this deck are Underworld Breach, Vexing Bauble, Top, and Luris. I'm not sure. I found Top to be really expensive when I wasn't playing Miracles. Like the cost of, reordering your deck for 1 and playing it for 1. So perhaps not. Maybe a second Bauble, maybe a second Underworld is better. But this was the person from Germany that just reached out and said like, "Hey, I'll help you." My friends didn't do shit, but he said he'd help. That was awesome. So I do want to give this a shot. I think I'm gonna play it poorly, but I would try it. I think the idea is like Dark Ritual, put Luris into your hand, turn 1 is like kind of reasonable. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe a second Breach or a second Bauble is better. I could see some late games where you fetch it with Saga and get some value there. Welder seems pretty good too. Yeah. Yeah, that might be the case. I would maybe swap this out for a second Breach or Bobble or something, but you might have just wanted to kind of see it, what would that look like? And then this was the other one that he brewed, for Gataxian Probe, Beseech, Tendrils. Like I think this is like a pretty standard Storm deck. Also 1 top. Oh wait, Top and Bobble should not be in this one. Whoops. It's 2 other cards. I forget what they are. But yeah, 4 Probe, no Laris. So excited to give this a shot. The Fleshraker shops list here. I feel like as much as I like Karn, I wonder if just playing the One Ring is better. Like Karn's really cool. Karn's pretty good also in like a combo meta, I think. Shut down your opponent's like LEDs and stuff. But as far as like glass cannon just win, I kind of think like the One Ring might be better for this. So we were talking about some mega changes to that. I also built two Maverick decks. I built a Ghost Cat deck with some Death Rights. I probably play a second white now that I'm looking at this over the night. Like that. Yeah. It's powerful. And then this Luris Saga deck. I think the next time I play Legacy Mardu, I might just go 4 Voice of Victory to Goblin Bombardment in that slot and just lean into bombardment. That might be the move. Allura Shell with DRS and Cub and White could be cool. Yeah, maybe you just play like 1 or 2. Maybe you play 3 DRS then, right? Play 3 DRS, 1 Luris, and you stop your curve. No Knight, no Grist. Probably no Fairy or Endurance either. Yeah, you'd have to lose Endurance. Leyline of the Void might be fine. Yeah. That'd be cool. Luris seems pretty good with that. You know, let's see. I would open up a copy here. Um just green black. What about Aeroblast? You could meet me in outer space. Let's get rid of these. Add. Get rid of. Remove all copies. Yeah, yeah, I think that's what I would do. So we're gonna go Jund, and we'll get rid of the Savannas and the Scrub and the Caracas. We're gonna go 4 Bayou. And then we'll go Taiga. And I guess we'll change the Verdant Catacombs out. I go Plateau. Not Plateau. Red Black. That is Badland. Thank you. Yeah, Badland. So then we'll keep the Verdant Catacomb and we'll get rid of these, and we're gonna go Wooded Foothill. And Talongate. Probably just one. I think I want Bog in the main deck. Yeah, maybe you're right. It's tough too because red and 6 is like an option too. So it's like, do you just a 2 death right for 2 red and 6 if you want to run Wasteland? Huh. I also think I need more. Am I running Reclaimer? I think I'm running Safekeeper. let's look up some lists here. Definitely want a Moloch if we're going red. If you want the one run, okay, yeah. I'm gonna net deck here. I actually hate to admit it. I don't think I've actually studied the modern day, whatever you would call elves these days. Oh, cool. Blue black decks are good again. Nobody knew that. Nobody knew that. Um. Oh, Orcish Bad Manner. I don't think you'd want waste. Okay. Which cringe version? I'm gonna go with this cringe version of Bowmasters. It's so cool having all the goddamn cards. 3 Elvish Reclaimers. Right, I'm gonna run the weird cringe Elvish Reclaimer. The white border one. Probably only like 1 or 2 though, because I'm running Deathrite Shaman. It's not white bordered, it's Future Sight. Ignoble. Yeah, we'll get rid of the nobles here. There's a lot of 2-drops. But Luris is in the deck. So we have to cut 1 Deathrite. Probably could put that main deck. Can't run Grist. Can run Thoughtseize. Right, I got 61. So we're taking the Wastelands out. This person's mana base is... Wow, they're running the Dark Depths combo? This person's running 1 Cradle. This is 2nd place at a win it duel. I'm gonna look for somebody... No, nothing against that player. That looks like a really cool list. I've been seeing this name a lot. Grymn. I'm not seeing Newton. I think Newton would be playing Natural Order, I would assume. Yeah, Depth seems really cool, but probably... Yeah, this person's playing Crop Rot. This is really spicy. Gosh. All right, I think this is the player that I've seen. Crop rotations. What the fuck? The Mutts. I think I've seen this person in Discord. They were doing Quirion Ranger stuff. Yeah, I like that. Endurances, so I'm not running them. It's the mana base that I'm trying to cop. This person's running 3 Wastelands, so. Allosaurus Shepherd? Okay. Gosh. Okay. All right, let's add some cradles. One, two. Shepherd. Shepherd is another win con with DRS. which is an elf. Yeah, that's true. I'll throw it in there for now. A. I'm just gonna spell it the way you did. Heppherd. I'm not one of those spelling bros. Bread that fell on floor. Yeah, the noble. Probably fine. The Fellowship of Loaves, and the Church of the Yeast, the Crust, the Dough, and the Holy Dutch Oven. Give us today your daily bread, for he art in braven blessed be his slice, make crust always be perfection. I feel like when I read out loud, I'm like one of those kids who has this like finger on the page, and at the end, someone goes like, "Very good," you know. Dutch oven. That's farts. I don't know if that's what you meant by it, but good to see you, buddy. Uh, yeah, could give it a shot. All right, so some bro is running 2 Talon Gate, 3 Wastes, a lair. I guess I should run a lair. Um, Not sure if with, I don't know. I don't know. Not sure. If we want a lair, okay. So sideboard here, we're gonna run like Pyroblast. We'll go 1, 2. I'll just go 4 for now. Yeah, Green Sun for Attrax is bad manner. Could be illegal. Leyline of the Void, let's do that. Especially with no endurance. Seeing things like Disruptor, Flute, and Abrupt Decay. I'll just leave it like that for now. I'll think more about this. I feel like there's definitely some improvements to be made. Like, I think I probably don't need 4 Bayous. Right? 4, 5, 6. Nah, 14. Maybe I do. Oh, and the Forest, 15. So I could consider cutting 1. And then if I want to turn 1 Thoughtseize, I would have 14 shots. No Taiga, 13. That's a little low, I think. Cut 2 Bayous for a forest and another fetch. 2 basic forests, you think? Oh boy. Yes. I'll keep 1 forest, I think, unless you're really adamant about it. I do think you want more fetches, though. Would be the Probably just like any green fetch here. We'll go Wind Swept. Yeah, like against Delver, I could see it, which was like definitely a decent deck. I always hate basics, though. You know the way I am. I think probably one forest, one swamp. Well, then I'm also. I could see cutting a bayou for a swamp. I'll do that. Wondering if because I'm playing Luris, if I should be playing Leyline. Because if you put Leyline in your deck, then you won't have options for the Luris. So maybe like Surgical is the option or some. Oh boy, spell bombs. Yeah, maybe. I always feel like once I run a spell bomb, then I'm like on the mindset of like, then do I run a saga? You know, it gets so tempting at that point. Loop with Laris is pretty cool. Yeah, all right. Just run one saga. Okay. I'll run this cool swamp. Oh god. I think Saga goes in the sideboard. I think that's what Newton was doing. Yeah. I still love the red splash. Maybe that's too greedy. Um Go one of those. We'll go one ghost vacuum. Go one needle. Ghost vac. All right. I'll run Cell Guide then. Yeah. I think I'm with you there. A needle. Kamigawa one. Gotta run the originals. It's only 2, 3 slots. I think I'll run a second one of these. 2 spell bomb, 1 that. I do like the switch up though. Got a needle, this instead of that. Ley line, and then 2 more slots left. And I could get creative and run like a Haywire Might, but I don't think that's a good idea. It's probably too slow. It's so tempting for me to put the Saga in the main deck. Like cut 1 Reclaimer, put Saga in the main, cut 1 Bowmaster, put Soul Guide in the main or something. I think I'm gonna put it down here. This is cool though. Oh yeah, there's 0 removal in this deck. All right, Abrupt Decay. Probably the move. We'll put 2 of them on the board. Maybe 3 Pyroblasts is enough. We'll cut. Yeah, we'll cut 1 of them. Yeah, it's a good option. I don't need 4 Bowmasters, but see. Yeah, it's just cool. Some people are running um 3 Bowmasters, some are running 2 Safekeepers, some are running Query and Ranger. It's pretty cool though. All right, I'll put it down here. This is we're gonna rename it to Luris Maverick. Like like Doomsday is probably like the worst possible matchup, but it might not be that played, you know. No removal's a little rough too, but it's a cool thought experiment. Right. I'm gonna raid Harane. Good seeing everyone. Have a good day, good night, wherever you are. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you guys going through that thought experiment for one. Ooh, I don't have a Reanimator deck. I think the thing about Reanimator too is it got like strictly worse, you know? Like there were versions playing Frog and then there were versions playing Grief, you know? We put this in card view. Yeah, so like it would just kind of be like, do I want to play the Frog version without the troll or the Grief version without the troll? Also, in this thought experiment, Mind Twist, I think, should be there. Survival, maybe. And Managering and Skull Clamp are some other ones that I wanted to toy with. Yeah. White Plume Adventure, too, with like the One Ring is probably really good, but super boring. All right, I'm gonna raid. Good seeing everyone. If you think of any ideas, want to message me on Discord if you're excited about it, or if you want to participate in this with me, I'd be happy to do it. Stream it. All right. See you later.